Hey guys, so for this week's video, I'm currently filming on my laptop because, wait, let me show y'all. So this right here is a body camera that I was going to film a video, and the little SD card slot was not working. So I had put the SD card that it came with in the SD card slot, and the card was not reading. So I put my camera one in thinking that it would work. I ended up getting both of them stuck in here and I can't get them out. And I'm gonna probably go get this fixed, but for now, we are filming on my laptop. So anyways, I give you guys another story time. You guys tell me that y'all love my story times. I don't know why, but y'all love them. So I'm going to give you guys a story time on why I quit football after only playing for 1 year. I don't plan on making this story too long because there's really not that much context to it. And yeah, let's get started. Alright, so let me give you a little bit of a backstory. When I was a kid, I wasn't the best shaped kid. And when I was 5 years old, my dad tried to put me into football. And you know, when you are playing football at that young of an age, you have a certain weight limit. And if you're over that weight limit, you obviously can't play. So I originally was supposed to play football when I was in kindergarten. But the coaches, they weighed me in front of my dad and they told me that I was too big to play. So obviously I could not play at a young age. I could not play football at that age. So I didn't. Then I was told that I was going to play football in middle school. I went to middle school. The middle school did not have a football team. And so I really could only play when I reached high school. So when I had reached high school, I was already doing like some conditioning for football and to lose weight. Prior to me being in high school, I was doing it in the beginning of the year, February. And I was just preparing to play football and I was trying to lose weight and get more active because, you know, around this time it was quarantine. I couldn't go to the gym because we were social distancing or no one could take me to the gym. So we were just like, hey, this is a way to get me active. This is a way to get me in shape and we're going to do it. When I first played football, I didn't really like it. When I first started doing official practices instead of conditioning, I told my parents I wanted to quit. I wasn't enjoying it. I didn't know what I was doing. I was the most out of shape out of everybody. Like, you guys, when we would do conditioning, I literally could not keep up with everybody else. And I constantly compared myself to everybody around me because, you know, when you're on a team, you obviously are looking to do the best. You want to do better than everybody. You want to stand out to the coaches. You don't want to settle for less when the coaches want you to be doing more. And that's what I was not used to because I did not always play sports. I didn't grow up playing sports. I played basketball once when I was in 6th grade. I was not a sports kid. I did not like sports. I was nowhere interested in sports. So when I played football, I constantly just had that mentality of,
I'm not good enough. I won't make this a future thing. I don't want to do it. Everybody here is here because they want to make it their career.
I wanted to quit even before the season started. I told my parents, I was like,
I don't want to play anymore. I'm not really enjoying it.
They were like,
Okay, well, give it some time.
because I do feel like maybe I made a little bit of an early judgment because it was only June. We were just doing the summer workouts and I never really officially played in a real game before. So, you know, I was just like, maybe I should give it a chance. And that's what I did. So, you know, I listened to my parents and they were like, okay.
If you don't like it, you don't have to play it your sophomore year.
After a while, I kind of started to like it. I think what I liked about it was my teammates because my teammates and I, we were really good. We all really got along with each other, and that's what I really enjoyed about football. Like, that was the one thing I genuinely enjoyed playing football. It's the connections that I made, and those guys, I don't really talk to them, a lot of them anymore, but I still talk to some of them. And the reason why I'm glad that I played football is because I was coming into a new high school where I didn't know anybody. And football was kind of the way to break me out of my shell. You know what I mean? So when I had played football, I kind of gained a little confidence and I was kind of more outgoing, I feel like. in my opinion, I think that I was more outgoing because of football. I don't think I've ever been that outgoing growing up. So anyways, after a while, I think I started to really like the sport. And I think I really started to like the sport is because I was accomplishing something and I was losing weight because weight has always been an issue with me since childhood. I was finally having a bond with somebody from a different school because I've always struggled with making friends. I felt like I was the king in my own little world. I was becoming a better individual mentally, physically. That's why I think I started to enjoy football. The reason why I started to not enjoy football after a while is because being on a high school team requires commitment. And the problem that I had was I didn't want to commit to football. Football was more of a recreational thing to me. And when you're playing high school football, you're expected to try to pursue it in college. And I kind of felt like everybody there was there for that exact reason. They were playing for their future. They weren't playing for only fun. So in a way, I kind of felt out of place when it came to that. And no one really did anything or said anything to me to trigger me and feel this type of way. It was just the vibe that I felt like I was getting. No one was ever bullying me. No one was ever being rude to me. My teammates were nothing but the best to me. They all treated me very well. They all welcomed me because I was a very shy and nervous freshman. Nothing but respect for these guys. I have no problem with them at all. I didn't play as much. I played 3 out of 9 games, and I only played during the second half, and it was during the fourth quarter. But you know, the fact that I even got playtime, because I was new to football, I had never played football before, and I was actually getting really good, y'all. I was actually getting better, and I was seeing that throughout the games I've played. Not only that, I felt like I was getting stronger too. You know, we were hitting the weight room. I felt like I was getting better at taking the conditioning. I felt like I was getting a lot better. And when it was towards sectionals, so I don't know if you guys know how this works. So you have the regular season, and then you have the season that takes you to state for high school. So the regular season ended around maybe mid-October, and sectionals was starting. I said that after the regular season was over, I was not going to even participate in football anymore because I knew I was not going to get in for any of the games. I just didn't see a point in going anymore, and I said that I wanted to work on my own goals by myself. But since I really couldn't go to the gym, I had no other way of working out my body. Football was the only thing I could do. So during sectionals, I eventually came back. I eventually worked out, and I lost 50 pounds. Okay, I was 358 when I was 13 at the beginning of my year being 14. But then towards the end, I lost 50 pounds of that weight, but I kept fluctuating then too. Towards the end of summer, I was starting to fluctuate from 308 to 309, 308 to 309. I never really got to the 290s until recently. So let me tell you guys the reaction I had to like the final game. So I didn't go to the sectional game because I didn't feel the need I had to. I didn't go to the sectional, I think, championship. I didn't go to that because I was sick that day, and around that time was COVID, and if I had any symptoms of COVID, I had to go home and quarantine for a week or a few days. So I unfortunately couldn't go to the game, and I wanted to go to the game. But let me tell you guys, during the last game, so there were sectionals, I think sectional championship, then regionals. Either we went to regionals or sectional championships. I don't remember, but there's like a gap in between sectionals and sectional championship because I don't think we made it to regionals. I don't remember, but there's a gap in between that. After those 2 games that I had missed during the state season, I go to the final game, and it was, I believe, sectional championships. I don't remember, so I'm sorry if I'm kind of stumbling in between words, but we're just going to say it's sectional championship. So when I went to the sectional championship and we lost, I was relieved. And let me tell y'all why I was relieved, because I just did not feel like it was something that I was passionate about. Football was more of a recreational thing, like I said. Football was not a career that I wanted to pursue in college. And around this time, if you watch my college video, I wasn't even thinking about going to college around this time. So I just felt like it wasn't my thing. I didn't want to do it. I did it to lose weight, and I obtained my goal. I lost the weight. So I just didn't feel like I needed it anymore. It was the only reason why I was losing weight. And if it wasn't for that, I probably would be 400 pounds. I'm not even being crazy. I probably would be that much weight if I did not play football freshman year. After the last game, we would go back to the school. We all have like a reflection, you know. The seniors are obviously sad that they're leaving because it's their final season in high school. They're graduating in 2022. This takes place in 2021. They're obviously sad. And, you know, me, I was kind of like, I was sad for them, but I wasn't sad for me. And then I was kind of like,
maybe I'll play sophomore year. I don't know.
I go to this football camp, and I was actually getting good, y'all. I quit the football camp. I really didn't enjoy going anymore. I probably missed majority of them. The reason why I only went to these things was to work out my body because I had no other choice. I could not go to the gym on my own. I couldn't drive myself to the gym. So this was the only option I had. Not knowing that I was going to play football again my sophomore year, I went to them. I only went to a couple. And then we start going to early practices. So my school had early practices. We practiced at like 6 a.m. and we weren't done till maybe 7. So I had to be at the school at like 5:45 in the morning, and this was around springtime, so I was tired. I had to get a ride from my mom, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even want my mom taking me there. She didn't even want to take me there. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. She did not want to take me there, and I don't blame her because I didn't even want to go. So I stopped going. Y'all, I was not committed to the sport. Like, bro, I'm not even playing with y'all. I was literally not committed to the sport. So after, you know, that, this was spring of my freshman year. So what really drove me to quit was sophomore year. I did not go to any of the summer workouts. I just didn't show up. Like, I legitimately just did not show up. I did not enjoy it. I told them I don't like sports. I'm not into sports. I couldn't even understand the playbook. I did not understand why they would call flags. I didn't understand anything. I didn't understand anything about football. Like, this sport was foreign to me. I finally quit my freshman year. I had tried to play my junior year. I didn't enjoy it. I went to the summer workouts and I ended up leaving within a month. And yeah, now I'm a senior. All I can say is football really helped me break out of my shell, like I said before. It's probably the reason why I'm me now. Football is the reason why I lost weight. Football is the reason why I have people knowing my name from freshman year, because if it wasn't for football, no one would probably know me because I would be that quiet kid. Football helped me, so I used it to my advantage. But I was never going to play it outside of high school, and I was never going to play it in college. I was never going to do it again. So I think that's why it's kind of valuable to me, because I kind of figured that I was never going to do it again, and I kind of figured that it was supposed to jumpstart my weight loss journey. That's pretty much the whole point of the football. The football workouts were supposed to jumpstart my weight loss journey. That is the ultimate goal at the end of the day. It was supposed to help me lose weight. And it did. It did what I wanted it to do. Lose weight. That's it. So all I'm going to say is this. If you are a high schooler playing a high school sport and you feel like you have to compete with your teammates to stand out, yes, it's good to stand out, but don't do it to make yourself look better than your teammates. Do it because you want to get better. What I've learned is football is kind of like being in a job with everyone in the same position as you. You're gonna want to stand out, but if you're not passionate about standing out and being your best self for you and not everybody else, then you're not working for the good reason. You need to have that drive. You need to have that goal for yourself. Don't do it because you want to be better than somebody all the time, because sometimes it is good to be better than somebody, but do it because it makes you feel good. Playing football should make you feel good. Don't solely depend on losing weight. It's a sport. Yes, it gets you in better shape, but also remember, sports like that are a team sport, not a solo sport like wrestling or basketball. You might all be teams, but only one person can make the basket. You can get assists, but only one person can make the basket. So yeah, after quitting football, I just learned that it wasn't for me. I knew it wasn't for me, and I don't regret quitting football at all. Honestly, I really do think that if I would have stayed and played football, I would have been lying to myself, and I would have been doing something that I have no business doing. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. I know some people from my school watch this and they don't know why I quit football freshman year. So here's the reason why I quit football. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next Thursday. Bye.